Now, for the longest time, Kanye West has been one of the most controversial, loved, hated, and misunderstood characters in hip-hop. Everything about Kanye screams either hate me or love me. There's simply no in-between when it comes to this man right here. You can't kind of love Kanye West, you can't kind of hate Kanye West. You either love him or you hate him. But Kanye West is crazy is a common phrase a lot of people use whenever they think about Kanye. One of the most memorable moments in his career when the word crazy started to be heavily associated with Kanye was this moment.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
And a more recent event was when Kanye went on a crazy rant on stage back in November 2016.
I am putting my career, my life, my public well-standing at risk when I talk to y'all like this. This is a moment in the Matrix, bro. The vibes is back.
This is a person who's constantly being labeled and misunderstood by the masses. At times, when we do hear Kanye talk about the existence of people and humanity in general, it really makes you see him in a different light.
Steve Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead. Name somebody living that you can name in the same breath as them. Don't tell me about being likable. We got 100 years here. We're one race, the human race, one civilization. We're a blip in the existence of the universe. And we constantly trying to pull each other down, not doing things to help each other. That's my point. It's like I'm shaking talking about, I know it's daytime TV, but I feel that I can make a difference while I'm here. I feel that I can make things better through my skill set. My skills, I'm an artist. 5 years old, art school, PhD, Art Institute of Chicago. I am an artist. I have a condition called synesthesia where I see sounds. I see them. Everything that I sonically make is a painting. I see it. I see the importance. I see the importance and the value of everyone being able to experience a more beautiful life.
Here we have a moment of Kanye correcting an interviewer after he said something that Kanye considered offensive.
You mentioned, that you view yourself as an artist, and I'm curious how far you see.
I didn't mention that I view myself that way. I just I am, and never worded like that. It's extremely offensive.
How do you?
No, why did you say I view myself like that? Do you not view me like that?
I totally view you as an artist.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, I was asking more like how far...
Taking it all the way back to 2008 when 808's Heartbreak by Kanye was released, this was essentially Kanye going against the grain, doing a 180 and taking a completely different route with his music. The auto-tune filled sound mixed with was a more heartfelt side of Kanye was the biggest reason as to why most people actually fell in love with 808's Heartbreak. 808's Heartbreak was a direct reflection of what Kanye was going through that past year. His mother unfortunately passed away the year before while simultaneously going through a very intense heartbreak. But the perception people have of Kanye always seems to be controlled by the mainstream media. We've seen in the past how videos of him going off on paparazzi goes viral, and then people point the fingers at Kanye like he did something wrong. But just like any other sane human being, Kanye is reacting in the most humane way possible. His private property is taken away from him and then he lashes off on camera and automatically looks like the bad guy. I think what makes Kanye so relatable to a lot of people is that he simply speaks his mind. Of course, there's times when he says something without a filter and it backfires on him, but at the end of the day, that's where the appreciation for him as a human being comes in. There's a reason for why Kanye is so loved while at the same time he's so hated. Whatever he says is bringing a reaction out of you as a person, and whether it's a negative or a positive reaction, at the end of the day, you're still talking about him. Let's take it back to 2002 when Kanye was in a car crash that almost resulted in him losing his life. That accident right there was a wake-up call for Kanye to start pursuing rapping instead of just limiting himself to producer. The highly respected producer No ID had a couple things to say about when the wake-up call for Kanye happened. I remember when I first talked to him after the accident and his mouth was all messed up. He was like, "I figured it out. I'm going to rap about this accident. I'm going to use a song and change the direction. I'm I'm going conscious with my music. Kanye transitioning from a producer to a rapper was a challenge to say the least. Not only did he get a lot of resistance from the people who already knew Kanye as this established producer, but the resistance and the negativity even came from someone like Jay-Z. We all grew up street guys who had to do whatever we had to do to get by. Then there's Kanye, who to my knowledge has never hustled a day in his life. This is what Jay-Z said in 2005 following Kanye's success. Kanye of course responded to the backlash he got from people who wanted to label him as only a producer with this.
This ain't no fucking game for me. I don't give a fuck about a nigga trying to classify me as a producer. My beats was whack at one point, dog. I wasn't always having hot beats. I learned how to make hot beats. I'm focusing on rhyming now. I'm gonna be the fucking best. And I'm gonna be charting with these niggas. I'm gonna come out #1. Hopefully, if it's not the first album, be the second album. If it's not the second album, be the third album. I'm not just trying to say I'm gonna come out and sell 10 million, but I'm gonna do everything I got in my power, and I gotta one up because I just hear my beats first.
But is Kanye really crazy, or are the people who call him crazy actually the crazy ones? The truth is, Kanye is a very polarizing character. Not everyone is gonna be able to handle Kanye's honesty. To me, it seems like Kanye is very misunderstood. Instead of trying to understand him, I feel like most people do the opposite. But is that really their fault? It's really not, because the mainstream media has put such a bad taste to Kanye's name because he is such a controversial character. Kanye uses his voice and his art to express what he truly feels no matter the consequences. There was a lot of people who labeled him as a crazy person when he had that rant on stage back in November 2016, but in reality, Kanye is more sane than he's ever been. And that's why calling Kanye West crazy makes you crazy. But what's your personal opinion on people calling Kanye crazy? I think it's always important to, instead of just labeling him with something he really isn't, go back and look at the things he's been through, the things he's done in his career, and the battles he's been faced with. Maybe in that way, you'll understand him much more as a person. And that was kind of the point of this video, but definitely let me know in the comment section below what you think about this whole Kanye West is crazy topic, and let's have a discussion about this. But as always, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about bringing together people like you who enjoy music and start a discussion on different topics like this. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, follow me on all my social media accounts, it's on the screen, and I'm out.